regrow those 10 pesky hairs that I pull out every time.
My wife feels your pain.
Yeah, every woman does.
Right.
Isn't it ridiculous that we have this preconceived notion of beauty that is so hard to maintain?
Right? It's like you start getting like hair growing on the side of your ears and you're like, why is this here?
Or your nose.
Although I've turned it into a game with Hiram. He is now Dr. Hiram, and I go see Dr. Hiram to get rid of the leeches attached to my ears. And he enjoys.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Now you're in a good mood. Now you're in a good mood.
I'm ready for this now. I'm going to forever be thinking about Dr. Hiram and the
Yes,
ear
Dr.
leeches.
Hiram is great.
I
Because he'll like get in close and he'll like adjust the lighting. He's like, turn your head a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
Now we're ready.
Okay. I am as ready as I will ever be.
Hello, everyone. It's time for another monthly library update. It is November already.
Do you know, I just saw a whole sequence of people on November 1st, all the weather people or newscasters saying, oh my gosh, can you believe it's November? Oh no, it's November. Oh my gosh, it's November. And yet I still feel that way. It's November.
You're just zipped right by. But we still have lots of great stuff going on in the library. Tell us what is going up in children's.
So story time started on Monday. We had a wonderful story time. It's story time with Miss Kathryn. It's at 10:30 in the morning every Monday, unless the library is closed. It runs now until December 18th is when we will have our last one. And then we take a break December between Christmas, the beginning of Christmas, and then New Year's, just because so many people are out of town, so many people have other plans. It just behooves us to kind of take a little break at that time like everybody else. Pajama party will happen on Wednesday, tomorrow night, November 8th. And that will run through December 20th. Next week, I see that we have our new teen program. Our anime club is starting on Tuesday afternoon. So we're going to have some snacks and watch some anime. It starts at 4, and it's a quick program. It's over at 4:45. We'll add different components each week depending on what the kids want to do. Like we'll watch some anime, but I'll also have some manga here for the kids to pick up and look at if they would rather, and some drawing implements like paper and colored pencils and things. So if they want to create their own, they can. And we'll see if they want to add a craft here or there.
All right.
Then we have on November 16th, which is a Thursday, a sensory playtime at 10 a.m. to 10:45.
And they need to register for that,
They
right?
do need to register for it. Space is limited because we only have so many books and we only have so many toys to play with. I'm adding toys every month. All the toys have a sensory component to them. We start out with just a little song, a little finger play, a little activity, a little book, and then we transition into playtime. And the kids who have come have had a blast. So please don't hesitate to sign up. The age for that is kind of broad. I mean, most of our kids have been between a year and I would say 7 years old. And I think that's a good mix of kids. They all seem to play together. All the toys run through that age range, so there's something there for everyone to do. Also, on Thursday the 16th at 3:30, we are going to have Wacky Wonders.
Hooray.
And that is at 3:30 until 4:15, again, 45-minute program. We are doing an activity that we should have done last month. Unfortunately, I was ill, so I didn't want to make the other jump in that day presenter do this really wonderful but very messy program. So it is going to be messy and we're going to have a lot of fun. It is also a registered program. It is for kids in 2nd through 5th grade. And then the 21st of November, which is Tuesday, we're going to do sensory story time, but in the evening. It's sensory play time, really. So a little bit of that format again, and then we'll transition into playtime, and that's at 6 p.m. until 6:45.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, the 22nd, Wednesday, the 22nd. It is the no school afternoon movie. I looked and looked and looked for a good Thanksgiving movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, like, there are a lot of good Thanksgiving movies, but in terms of an animated movie that
Right.
a lot of age ranges would like, Charlie Brown's Christmas is a bit, like, that's the only one, but it's a half an hour long. So we like to do more of a full-length feature. So I landed on Ratatouille because I haven't seen it in a long time. And it just, it is about food. It's about the love of food, and I can't wait to see it again. So we'll show that from 2 to 4 in the children's room. You bring water to drink in a water bottle, please, and I'll supply the popcorn for you.
Right, great.
We are then closed. We close at 5 p.m. that evening. So even though it is a Wednesday, we will not have pajama party story time because we won't be here.
Nope.
So we're closed on the 23rd and the 24th as well. We'll be reopening on the 25th at 9:30 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. That's a Saturday. The following week, we are going to have both of our story times on Monday and Wednesday again. And then Creative Kids will happen on Wednesday, the 29th, 4 to 4:45 p.m. And that, again, is going to be an explosively fun program. So it is also a registered program for children who are in kindergarten and first grade. All right. That, it looks like
That's a lot of
all
great
for
stuff.
me. It's a lot of good stuff. You've got Teen Role-Playing Pathfinder, though, on Mondays.
I do. And just real quick, so if they wanted to register for the programs, they just go onto the library's website.
Absolutely.
Right, newulmlibrary.org, or you can call the library as well, and we can help you get registered over the phone.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. But yes,
Absolutely.
we have Teen Pathfinder happening Monday afternoons. It's a fun group. They're enjoying playing. We usually have somewhere between 3 to 5 people. On the quieter days, there might be 1 or 2. But they're enjoying storytelling together.
I've heard many stories, and the last one I heard, I have the best quote from. One of the players was telling me about coming upon a troll or something, and it started to lick its lips, and I was like, oh, wow. And I said, was that awful? And she goes, hey, when something starts licking its lips, you know that it wants to eat you. If it starts smelling you, it's a really bad sign. I wrote it down. It was the best quote I've heard in a long time. But yeah, I hear that it is a ton of fun.
They do have a lot of fun. Yeah.
Good.
Yep. We are also closed this Friday, the 10th, as well as Saturday, the 11th, for Veterans Day. So we'll be closed on those 2 days. And we just had our genealogy club. Normally meets later in the month, but we took a field trip this month over to the Brown County Historical Society archives. If you have not been there, it's really great. Darla took us to the back and showed us the back room. No, it's really good. And so it is like a full archive. There are great things in there, and the members of the club had a lot of fun with that.
Good.
So that was really good.
It's probably so much better than our storage room.
The library storage room, supposedly haunted. Don't believe it. But it doesn't look as nice. That's why the public can't go there.
Right.
So I don't forget, I'll start off with the Film Society.
Yes, please do.
New Ulm Film Society is starting their next series, this one on courtroom dramas. And here next week, so the second Tuesday, the 14th, at 6:30, they will be playing 12 Angry Men, the classic from 1957 with Henry Fonda. So just really good.
Love.
And we'll have snacks, so refreshments if we want to get fancy, right?
Yeah.
So please come to that. The poetry group meets next Monday, the 13th at 6:30 p.m. So bring some poems to share. Listen to other poems that people have shared. It's really low key. Yeah, Monday the 13th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, next Monday
You
at
said
6:30.
Wednesday, so I
My
wanted to.
brain.
We're in the same position today.
Right, it
Fried
is.
brain.
It is. But poetry group, please come join us. It is so low key, no pressure. People just have a really enjoyable time with that. And then
I want to come and read some Shel Silverstein poems.
you should. Last month, I read Weird Al lyrics. So because his ability to take the words of someone else and turn it into a completely new story that parodies something completely not related to the song is just amazing. And so...
well, I cannot read Band-Aids by Shel Silverstein without thinking of my youngest daughter who loved Band-Aids, and we had a very big supply of Band-Aids for her because she is a bit of a hypochondriac, so she had to have a Band-Aid for everything. She bumped her knee, I need a Band-Aid. So every time I read that, I think about her, but I always feel like I want to come and read some Shel Silverstein once in a while.
You should. My
Just
youngest,
for a little comic relief.
my youngest also likes Band-Aids in that way. So, but
There's one in every family.
right.
At least one.
Mike and Newcat is nodding his head
Yeah.
like yes. So after Poetry Club, we have, of course, Chess Club is every Tuesday evening from 6 to right before the library closes. Any age, any play, level of play, just come, have fun, enjoy a couple games. They always have a great time. And then the art group meets for the last time this fall on the 15th. So yeah, they take a couple break, like a month and a half break, and then they come back in January. So they meet Wednesday afternoon from 1:30 to about 3-ish, and come bring your art project that you're working on. They've been working on some fabulous oil painting, watercolor, sketches, lots of great stuff. You know, come bring your project. You know, groove with a bunch of fun people to chat with. They are.
They are.
And
So
of course,
2 more days, tomorrow and then
tomorrow and then next Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay.
And then next Wednesday also is our needle working group. So they meet every first and third Wednesday each month, and they meet year round. But they meet at in the morning, starting at 9:30 when we open, up in the adult nonfiction area. And you bring your project, come see what people are working on. We have knitting, crochet, quilting, needlepoint, all sorts of interesting projects that people work on. Then we also have our history book club, and they'll be meeting on the third Tuesday on the 21st at 12 o'clock. And they're moving to their winter location from November to about whenever winter ends.
March, April.
Somewhere
You
there,
decide.
right? They meet over at the City Center Apartments at 115 South Minnesota Street. So there's public parking out front, and again, it's the library's program. It's still open to the public. Very grateful for the management there, letting us use their conference room for the club to meet. And come on down. They are going to be discussing David Grann's The Wager, about a mutiny that happened on a ship. He's the same author who wrote Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
And so those should be a really good discussion. And then that evening, we have our Minnesota Valley Civil War Roundtable. So on the 21st, Tuesday at 6:30, we'll have Minnesota historian Gary Blessman is going to come and talk about the different executive orders and proclamations that Lincoln made during the war. So everybody knows the Emancipation Proclamation,
Right.
but he did a lot of other things as well, and so he's going to come share about that. So we're looking forward to that too.
Sounds fascinating.
And then we've got our Mystery Book Club on the last Monday of the month, which is the 27th at 6:30, and they are going to be discussing Peter Swanson's 8 Perfect Murders. It's about a bookstore owner who writes like an article about, these are the cases that I think were the hardest for, book detectives to crack. And then someone starts killing people the way that the detectives in the books did. And so he's kind of trying to clear his name.
Right.
Which happens in a number of mystery books. But so it should be a good discussion as well. So November should be fun.
Yeah. Now, is genealogy on the 16th?
They are not going
No,
to meet on the
they
16th.
met-
Yeah. So we
met
had our field
today,
trip
so-
this month.
Okay.
And so, they're just going to, we'll see them again next month.
Perfect.
But we just had our Friends of the Library book sale, so thank you for everybody who came to that. I think it was a big success.
I think so.
It was super hopping down here, busy. This was all full of books for a couple days there. Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know.
Okay.
I hear a rumor that, and I see a little bit, like I think a wild turkey got loose in the library. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I mean, you might want to look around for him when you come to the library, starting in the children's room. You could probably ask whoever's working up there, like me, or whoever is working up there, about it, and you might find out more about it. But I see some evidence of a wild turkey loose here, so you might come in and keep an eye on that.
I did just think of something else. We are hiring. So
that would
right.
be...
We can put a plug in for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we will have one open position right now, which is the youth services aide position. So you get to help Miss Kathryn, which is super fun, right?
The children's room is kind of the Disneyland of the library. It is the most fun place to be in the library, in my estimation. I may be a little crazy. I am there all the time. But no, it is a wonderful job where you get to be, use your creative skills to really just enhance the environment for the kids and help them choose great reading materials and just be a part of whatever fun is going on at the library at the time. I'm really hopeful that someone will apply. The position does require a bachelor's degree, and it is 27 to 28 hours a week of time. So it is a part-time position. It does have some benefits attached to it. So it's not completely just a part-timer working 20 hours a week. But the library is a wonderful place to work. We have a lot of great people here. So
we have a great team here.
Yeah, if you're interested at all, check it out on the library's website. Well, no,
the city's website.
website.
Yeah, if you go to the city's website to their human resources page, and you can find open positions there. And later this month, we will also have a library aide position opening up. So they work at the circulation desk and help with a lot of the behind-the-scenes things. Every single person I've had come into a library aide position, one of the first things they will say to me is, I had no idea how much goes on behind the scenes. Maybe sometime we'll do like a behind the scenes video so you can see what happens. But
you should follow a book from the book drop all the way back to the shelf for one, and then follow
a new book when it comes in.
A brand new book that comes in, because there's so much that goes into that.
Yeah.
But just daily here at the library, there are so many things that we do that people don't realize. I always had people, teachers, particularly when they bring their kids to the library for like tours and summer reading tours, and they would say, "Oh, when I retire, I want to work in the library because I just want to sit and read all day." And it was all I could do not to roll my eyes at that person. If I could sit and read all day
that
and
would
be paid
great.
for it,
No.
oh my gosh,
No, that's not
that
what
is
we
the
do.
dream job, but that's not what we do. So.
No.
But we do have a lot of fun here at work as well, and working with the public is very joyful most of the time, I will say.
Yeah.
And
Ulm is a great place to be.
it is. It is a really great place to work.
So that's what we've got going on for November. Look forward to December. We have a lot of fun things happening then.
We do. We'll be back.
Yeah, we will. So thanks for joining us.